What's up, everybody? Big Herc 916, and you tuned in to another edition of my vlog. A lot of you guys watch the channel, but you don't subscribe. Man, hit the subscribe button so that way you don't miss out on any of this game that I'm spitting with you guys. So hit the button and share it with your friends, man. You know, a lot of you, like I said, you like the message, but you miss out on a lot of the videos because you don't subscribe. So subscribe to the channel and also subscribe to my Instagram and my Twitter, which is Big Herc 916. And check the link in the description for any of the Big Herc fashion books I've written and also information about life coaching. So holler at me. Anyways, I want to talk about, she wanted a $14 drink. You're probably asking me, what is he talking about? $14 drink. Well, I was having a conversation with a guy the other day, and he was complaining about going out with a particular woman and having to spend money on drinks. But yet he has this high standard of what he thinks his woman should be. You know, she's got to be over 5'9", you know, 5'10". She's got to have long hair. She's got to have no drama with her kids. She's got to have, her own, her own stuff together, meaning her own income, her own place, your typical things. But at the same time, he's making a big issue about going out having to spend money on drinks, which, at a certain point, I understand if you guys go, if you go Dutch and she pays for hers and you pay for yours because you're just meeting each other. But, a lot of times, buying drinks might just be a common courtesy of the date. Now, a lot of females take it for granted and assume that you should be paying for everything based on their status. I'm arm candy. Every man wants me. I got all these followers. I got all these people who like my pictures, and I know how to twerk, and my photos, they get reposted, and blah 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 blah. But that doesn't mean anything when it comes to values. So when it comes to values and you're questioning whether or not you should be buying a woman a drink, then maybe that's not the woman for you. Because you should be, if you're buying dinner, a drink, if you're using your gas to drive your car to take her out, it shouldn't even be a question that her time with you is not valued. If you are putting a dollar amount on everything that goes into a date with a particular female, then you might want to rethink who this female is and why you're even going out with her, because there got to be some underlying issues there. I've had females that, before you even go out, oh, what kind of car do you drive? What year is it? Where do you live? Do you have roommates? Blah blah blah, and they're basically doing like a whole financial profile check on you. But then you go and ask her, like, well, what do you do? Where do you live? How much debt do you have? What kind of car do you drive? And a lot of times you'll find out that she's not really in any better situation than you are. But she's looking for the come up. And I always tell people that it's a flip when it comes to society and what we look at as far as who should be carrying what in a relationship. You have a man who's supposed to lead, who's supposed to protect, who's supposed to be that pillar. You have the woman who's supposed to be that support, who's supposed to be that positive influence, that that shoulder you can lean on. But you don't really have that anymore. Very few women are actually concerned about what it is you got going on in your life, as long as you buy that $14 drink. And you gotta be conscious of that, and you gotta listen to conversation. And when you ask her questions about her personal life, you have to step back and see, does she ask me questions about my personal life? Is she concerned with what I've been through, and where I'm going, and my dreams and my visions, because you see something on the outside, and you think, oh man, she got an ass, tight little waist, nice little, breast on her, big booty, you know what I'm saying? Her hair is banging, she's always looking fly. But beyond all that, is she someone you would want to really share quality time with? And I always tell you guys, your time is your most valuable asset. It's not money. You can make more money. Money's a tool to acquire certain things, to allow you to do certain things, but you can always make more money if you're a hustler. But as far as your time you can't get back. And that time can wear on you, man. I mean, it could stress you out. It can take away from, your life's pleasures. So just be conscious of that whenever you're looking to, date someone and go out to a nice restaurant and enjoy some quality time. I mean, if the first time she wants to go out, she's like trying to pick Boa Steakhouse or Ruth's Chris or some motherfucking Nobu, and she's talking about ordering sushi and all these fucking drinks, and you just met her and she's not trying to get to know you, she's trying to go be seen somewhere, then you got to kind of like wonder, okay, what's up with this, this female? And then on top of it, if she knows you're pushing that dope whip, that Porsche, that Lambo, that clean ass Benz, whatever it may be, I mean, she's already kind of like positioning herself to be taken care of, unless she got her own shit going on. That's why I said you got to ask questions too, to figure out what is on this woman's agenda. What is her intentions? If she's asking for a $14 drink, and or she's just asking for a drink and it happens to be $14, but at the same time, she might be the one to take care of valet, or maybe she might be the one to take care of dinner, or she might be the one to take care of the next meal. You can't chalk it out as being, oh man, she's out to get my money just because we went out, we ordered drinks, and the drinks for $14 a piece. I mean, that's the cost of going out. I know a lot of you guys, could live in a one-bedroom apartment with just a couch and a bed with no luxuries, because as long as you can get some ass, that's all that matters. But when you talk about trying to attract a certain level of quality into your life, then sometimes you got to pay. And like I said, you got to ask the questions. If this, is she a clout chaser, where she's trying to get somebody that has something, or does she already have something? Now, if she has something, living in a nice apartment, doing her thing, travels, she's a business person, then you got to respect the game, man, because a lot of times it'll come back tenfold. You can't count someone out just because you have to spend a little bit of money to entertain them. It's part of dating, man. A lot of guys want to do some broke dating shit, and you might be able to get, you might be able to pull that off a few times. I'll cook at home, I'll do this, but sooner or later you got to leave the house, man. It's just it's a part of the personal experience, the life experiences, going out, having a good time. And going back to the $14 drink thing, I kind of danced around a little bit to kind of give you some different perspectives on women, on what to look for, and what she's looking for. But the woman in the $14 drink this same person made another comment in regards to this woman living in a nice building, high rise, top, close to the penthouse, and they were paying quite a bit of money in rent, but she wasn't asking him to pay her rent. And yet, this person lived somewhere where I think that maybe they felt that they had some issues as far as ego, and the fact that this person maybe paid more rent than them or lived somewhere a little bit nicer than them, or was kind of like doing a little bit more than they would like to do, and yet they didn't want to say that, but they were like, well, just do my program and it'd be all right. Well, a lot of times it don't work like that, man. You can't expect somebody who's moving and shaking to come down and want to settle down with you, and you just live the normal life, and that's what you do. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, but if a person's used to certain types of luxuries in their life, certain types of amenities, then you got to respect that. You got to be willing to sacrifice and changing your ways, man. It's all about evolving. If you're looking to get involved with somebody who's going places, doing things, then you're gonna have to step your game up. You can't expect them to step their game down. And it's always good to do a self-check to figure out really why is it that you feel some kind of way about this person. Was it really the fact that you went out and bought them drinks because you had sex afterwards? Was it the fact that they're like talking about let's go here, let's go there, and you're used to being a homebody and not spending no money? Was it the fact that they have their independence, so they don't really need you, but you felt like as a man you had to pay for this, but then you didn't want to pay for it? You got to figure out who you are, be comfortable with your manhood, and know that if you're gonna do something, you're doing it because you want to. You don't want to do something because you feel compelled, and you don't want to do something expecting something in return. And on top of it, if you feel like you're going out of your way to pay for the $14 drink, to go to the nice dinner at Nobu or Roof Chris or wherever the case may be, then maybe she's not in your league. She's out of your league. And maybe you need to, lower your standards a little bit, because, women nowadays, they're expecting a man to have certain things. And, men, we're expecting women to have certain things too. A lot of women nowadays don't cook. They're not doing too much cleaning. And they're expecting you to, take care of a lot of the bills. And, if you're doing that, then they should be taking care of the household real tight and, contributing to other things that make you a better man. So there's got to be a balance in there, man. And men, we gotta dialogue, man. We gotta chop it up and get our shit tight, because you don't want to get caught with somebody who's gonna take you to the cleaners. Ran across somebody was telling me that they their partner was a fireman, and he had married this female and started his own business and hit it big, man. Made a lot of money, has stacked up about $3 million on the side, doing a little side business, man, that took off. And he's working and thinking, his shit is tight. His woman has his back. He came home one day, man, after working, 2-3 day shift, and bank account wiped out, house empty, and wife is nowhere to be found. This was a hard-working dude, man. He had built this business up, man, and stacked $3 million liquid. Boy, I'm telling you, man, you gotta watch out, man. Some of these women are slicker than you think, man. They're slicker than you think. So you gotta be on top of your shit, and really, you gotta do a check every now and then to make sure shit is right. it's sad, but you know, and this wasn't even a young female. This was an older female that pulled this move. You know, that did the disappearing act, took all the money. Once the money's gone, what you gonna do, man? You got a joint bank account. So be on point, man. Men, know who you're dealing with. You know, and she starts talking about, oh, I'm arm candy, and oh, my ex used to do this. What? That's a wrap. Soon as you start bringing your ex in the conversation and trying to talk about what I think you are, as far as how you're my arm candy and your friends don't know why you're hanging out with me, then go out and date your friends. You know, if you feel that you're so much more above me, and I'm not really you know, complimenting you, then kick rocks. Let her know, kick rocks. But stand up. Don't be no sucker, man. Be about your business and be a man. You know, when that $14 drink comes across and you buy 4 or 5 of them, hey, man, know that you're doing it with confidence, and that you feel like you're not getting played. Like it's not, you're not sitting there every time she buys a drink, you're feeling all uncomfortable. Man, be like, you know, you already know what's cracking. You know you're gonna bust some cheeks afterwards, and you know that, you know, she's about her business. But if she ain't about her business, don't be buying the $14 drink. Holler at me, man, and subscribe to the channel. Big Herc 916.